What's going on, guys? JSGC here, and we are here for another Manchester City video. Today we're going to be doing a Manchester City transfer update. Before I do crack on with this video, make sure, like always, if you are enjoying the content, then do subscribe to my channel. It is free to subscribe. Remember, I'm going to be doing daily Manchester City transfer updates from January 1st throughout the whole month of January to keep you guys up to date on YouTube every single day with all the latest Manchester City transfer news. Expecting it to be a pretty busy winter window for City, so do subscribe if you haven't already. Also, don't forget social media links, they're in the description if you want to go and follow me on my big up Twitter, Instagram and TikTok. Email also in the description too if you want to hit me up for any sponsorships for any videos or any general business inquiries. Don't forget to leave a thumbs up. 200 likes is the aim. Do let me know your thoughts as well in the comments below. And finally, I want to say a big thank you to Football Prizes, today's video sponsor. We've got a very special prize that you can go and check out, which is a signed framed Manchester City shirt by Mateo Kovacic. So do go and check that out. There's 15 instant prizes to be won, including a signed City shirt from Ruben Diaz and also 2 hospitality tickets for Manchester City's game against Southampton at the Etihad Stadium later on this month. So do go and check it out. 275 tickets available. Tickets cost £3.95 per ticket. You can purchase as many tickets as you want, and anyone does check out Football Prizes using my link in the description does help to support the future content created here on my channel. So moving on to this video, we've got no contract news, so we're going to dive straight in with the outs, and we've got more on that confirmed transfer from my last update with Yan Couto. Now, Michael Plant has said that Manchester City have an option to match a future bid accepted by Borussia Dortmund for Yan Couto. So not necessarily a buyback clause, but we do have the option that if somebody comes in with a bid, let's say in a couple of seasons time, Dortmund want to sell him for £50 million, for example, Manchester City would have the option to match whichever team has made that bid to try and bring Yan Couto back into the club. It is believed that City also have a significant sell-on fee included on this deal. Dortmund have activated their obligation to buy, which was done the other day, and he will join Borussia Dortmund upon the expiry of his loan, which ends on June 30th of 2025. So Yan Couto is now on a permanent basis a Borussia Dortmund player. Now moving on, we've got the very latest on Kevin de Bruyne, and the Daily Mail have said that Saudi clubs are going to come calling once again this summer for KDB, and apparently he is keen on the move and still hasn't signed a new contract at Manchester City, and with his contract expiring at the end of this season in June 2025, he is free to speak to other clubs outside of England from January 31st to sign a pre-contract agreement. So if Man City don't get De Bruyne on a new deal between now and January 31st, then I'd say it's more than likely that Kevin de Bruyne will be leaving the club at the end of this season, which very much would be an end of an era, and it'd be a high quality player for Manchester City to be losing out on. So we will see what happens and what the future does hold for Kevin de Bruyne, but it's looking like Man City may need to go and replace Kevin de Bruyne by next summer. Now moving on to the ins, we've got the latest on Manchester City's new sporting director, Hugo Viana. Now, sometimes referred to as a sporting director, sometimes referred to as a director of football. It's the same job. That's what Hugo Viana is going to be doing at Manchester City, as he will be replacing Txiki from next summer. It's believed, according to Jack Gaughan, that deal has been signed, and he's going to be working, that's Hugo Viana, is going to be working close with Txiki in the new year, as he's going to prepare to take over from Txiki. So my word I was hearing was he was going to join up and he was basically going to shadow Txiki for 4 or 5 months or so, and then take over the reins from him once we get into June time. But it's believed that he is going to be remaining over with Sporting Club de Portugal and seeing out the season with them, whilst also speaking regularly with Manchester City and with Txiki to ensure that he's in the best possible position to take over when Txiki leaves next June. So firstly, I would say welcome Hugo to Manchester City, wishing him the very best of luck here. Manchester City have now formally announced that this has been sorted and that Txiki will leave the club in the summer, and Hugo Viana is Manchester City's new director of football football, which is all good stuff. So looking forward to seeing what Hugo Viana is going to bring to Manchester City, and I did cover that in a full video for you guys, the last video on my channel, where I had a look at what Hugo Viana could bring to Manchester City from June of next year. Now moving on to the final transfer, and speaking about the impact that Hugo Viana could have at Manchester City, moves us very nicely onto a player from Portugal, Diogo Costa, back in the headlines. Now Sport have said that Manchester City are leading the race to sign Diogo Costa in the summer from FC Porto, and are ahead of Barcelona in the race to sign him. Now he's a 25-year-old goalkeeper, plays as Portugal's #1. Manchester City were being linked with a move for him last season to replace Ederson, but Ederson didn't manage to materialise his move to Saudi Arabia, and should Ederson leave Manchester City, we could be looking at once more us looking for a new first choice goalkeeper in the club. The future of Stefan Ortega Moreno is uncertain, so I can imagine that if Manchester City do want to go out there and bring in a high quality goalkeeper, then Diogo Costa very much would be on Manchester City's wish list. He's very much the profile that we'd be looking for. He's of a good age. Obviously Hugo Viana's got good scouting information and good knowledge of the Portuguese top division and the leagues over in Portugal, so he'll have had a good look at Diogo Costa and know if he'd be a good fit for Manchester City or not. He does have a release clause with FC Porto as well, which I do believe is around 70 million euros, somewhere around that mark. So if we do want to replace Ederson with a first choice goalkeeper, to me this would make sense, but we'd need clarity on whether Ederson is going to sign a new deal or not. If he doesn't sign a new deal, I can see him leaving in the summer. What does that mean for Stefan Ortega? We need clarity on that as well. We're expecting some clarity in the winter window on Stefan Ortega's future, so it could be a very busy month of January for Manchester City, and certainly a very busy summer for City next season as well. And Hugo Viana could be looking at potential Ederson replacement, potential Kevin de Bruyne replacement. Pep Guardiola still remaining a bit coy on his future. We don't know what's happening with that. We could be looking for a new manager, which means City could be looking for quite a lot of transition, not normally how City managed to do things. And if City could go with the safer options of keeping a Pep here, or an Ortega here, or an Ederson here, or a De Bruyne here, or something, just try and help ease that transition so we're not looking for too many things in one window. We do have the option of having a look in the winter window at some players, and I think City will be doing that because, to me, best of interest for City, including having a look at central defensive midfielders and that injury to Rodri as well. So plenty for City to sort, plenty for Txiki still to do before he leaves, plenty for Hugo Viana to look at as well. Diogo Costa, though, a player of interest for Manchester City should Ederson leave. So there we go, that has been today's transfer update. If you did enjoy this video, please do leave a thumbs up. 200 likes is the aim. Also, don't forget as well to let me know your thoughts in the comments below. Also, don't forget to subscribe if you're new around here. It is free to subscribe. Press that red button, press the bell, and put your push notifications on. Social media links, including my big up Twitter, Instagram, and TikTok, are all in the description if you want to go and follow me on there. Email also in the description too if you want to hit me up for any sponsorship for any videos or any general business inquiries. And finally, a big thank you to Football Prizes for sponsoring today's video, where you can go and check out that signed, framed Manchester City shirt from Mateo Kovacic, along with 15 instant prizes to be won, including a signed shirt from Ruben Diaz and 2 hospitality tickets for Manchester City's home game against Southampton later this month. Do go and check it out. Links and details there in the description. And a big thank you to Football Prizes for sponsoring this video. And I'll see you all again real soon for the next City video. So I've been JSGC. Thank you everyone for watching. I hope everyone is safe and well. Peace. Ciao for now.